Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 9 Soviet destroyer, Tashkent. He has 19,600 health, a top speed of 42.5 knots, 6 130mm guns, 9 torpedoes, a surface attack of 9.1 kilometers, and 33 AA defense rating. For my modules, reduced crit chance on main armament, improved aiming accuracy, improved rate of fire, reduced the chance of flood and fire, improved propulsion, and improved steering mod. For my commander, preventative maintenance, last stand, basic firing training, and advanced firing training. We are on the map, Tears of the Desert, and this is one of the new changes. The Tashkent, it went from 8 to 9. It didn't really gain a lot, a little bit more health, if that, but it also received, obviously, the Tier 9 and 10 benefit for the module, so it has better rate of fire than it could possibly get in 0.6.1 and previously. So how does it play? It also can equip the repair module, and you can see it on my screen. I just want to try it out. How does it play? Well, it's interesting. It's got better range than the Hubadovsk, which is one tier higher. Obviously, the Hubadovsk is a beast. I mean, it's a real beast. Its torpedoes are not quite as nice, only 8 kilometers. So, not many opportunities to use it. But it doesn't feel too bad. It really doesn't feel too bad. You can do the same range damage, look for the fires. Admittedly, my commander is not very impressive. This used to be the Udaloy commander, and don't get me started on that stuff. I would much prefer my Udaloy to have a high skill commander than my Tashkent, but we can't change these things. Well, I guess we could, but we just spend real money, right? And I don't really want to do that. I would prefer to just suck it up and deal with it. But it seems to play fine. It does. It's a big ship. It's a very big ship. The reason they moved it up to Tier 9 is because of its size, quite honestly. And just look at how much damage it takes. The North Carolina was able to do a significant amount. 30%, maybe 40%, and I am going to be able to heal. Now, some people are like, oh, why would you take heal? Use your smoke. And by the way, I had recently set the Izimo on fire, and all I was looking to do is relight that fire, knowing that the damage control was down. But why would I pick up heal on a destroyer? You don't really have a lot of health. Doesn't really make sense, Notser. Well, when shells overpin, you can heal overpin. And shells will overpin a lot on a destroyer, a lot. So you should expect a significant amount of your games using the repair party for your Soviet destroyers to earn Dreadnought, because it's just so easy to make sure that you use it after one big salvo, because let's face it, these guys can do a lot of damage very quickly. Get it back up, the cooldown's ready to go. You can disengage because you are a destroyer and re-engage on your own terms, ready to go, maybe use the heal. It feels pretty good. There's not a lot of scenarios where a Soviet destroyer really feels like, you know what, I need to use my smoke. That's the only reason my team could possibly win the game. You're playing the back, you're trying to bait the enemy to fire on you. Sometimes the bait works out in your favor, I'm trying to dodge. Sometimes they get you with the big one, and when they get you with the big one, the repair party is going to help immensely. And I've been having fun with it. I still need to play more of it, clearly, but it feels like it's the right thing to do for the Soviet destroyer line. Now, in this game, most of the team is spread, everywhere. Can't really do anything. This North Carolina, I was trying to set him on fire for so long. He doesn't appear to be a one-fire kind of guy. I think he's going to be a two-fire kind of guy. But he's also going to pull a Notser. He's going to run to the island. I'm going to switch to AP, and I'm going to punish as much as I can. Take a quick look. Oh, Shimakaze. It's nice to see you over there, but I don't really care about you, Shima. It's a broadside battleship. He's super slow. He can't do anything about this. So we're just going to work him down, get a little bit of range to discourage the Shimakaze to continue firing on us every time the enemy battleship does fire on us. We're going to move from left to right, right to left, and I'm going to drop my speed just in case He is trying to predict one of those patterns, and the friendly Shimakaze really torpedoed that guy. But he deserves to be punished. He ran into the island. You can't do that. But it's not looking good for my team, right? This is probably the worst case scenario. It's early in the game, 7 minutes. We've already lost 4 ships, 4 of 12. A third of our fighting force is gone. But we're going to work to bring it back. I'm going to go towards the enemy Shimakaze. Shimakaze has crap guns. It still has crap guns. It should always have crap guns, but it doesn't matter. The friendly actually hit his torpedo and used the confirmation. I don't know if you know this. The last known position will tell you in real time if the target dies. Whether you see that or not is irrelevant. And what is this? This is my name, bro? Really? That's your name, bro? Enemy Tashkent is pretty neutral, honestly, and I'm not. But he's distracted. He's not looking at me. I can see his guns. I'm going to send out a set of torpedoes. I'm going to see how well it works out. Actually, he is traversing his guns towards me. At this point, I'm just going to trade damage. Oh, he's actually using the Valentine Day camouflage, which is interesting. But we take him out. Now, he could have gotten his torpedoes out, or at least one set. But I don't know that he did. I just make sure. Check, double check, triple check. Okay, we're good. Use the heal. We've now brought this game back. It was 4 ships to 1. Now it's 4-4. Every ship that could have been lost in a pretty simple manner did die. I think they lost, what, 2 destroyers or 3 destroyers? They lost a buttload of destroyers in a small amount of time. But look at our base. Someone is capturing it. And that someone has to be a destroyer. They're not detected by anyone on my team. The friendly destroyer that is on the point hasn't detected him until right now. And oh my, how did that battleship cover that much ground? Did you see it? I'm just staring at the minimap. There's 80% of the real estate, Notser, but I'm just staring at the real estate over by the minimap because that's all that matters. And the story I'm looking at is not good. A battleship snuck into the point. An enemy destroyer is sitting on the point. It's 1 versus 2. The Gearing gets his torpedo strike on the target. Unfortunately, the Gearing dies to enemy torpedoes left by that Tirpitz, so it was a 1-to-1 trade. I don't know if it's worth it. To me, a Gearing, a destroyer, is so much more important than a battleship. Now, some of the battleship captains are not going to like that, but the objective control, the ability to harass the target, minimize the damage you take, send out torpedoes to deny area, smoke. It's a lot easier to kill a destroyer in one big shot or a torpedo or whatever, a lucky detonation. Fun and engaging, right? But the destroyer brings so much more to the table. It's really bad if we lose a Gearing like that. But he couldn't have done anything. He was the only person on our team, quite frankly, that gave 2 hoots about our base. Everyone else is over here to just, oh, look, Notser's over here. Let's go hug him. It's away from our base. Who cares about that base, you know? We don't need to win the game. They're just going to capture it. So I'm moving forward. I have really, really bad concealment. So I'm trying to manipulate the enemy's line of sight. I don't want this cruiser, this Moskva, or the Burgundy in line of sight. There's also clearly at least 1 destroyer in the point. Now, last known position would say that there is a potential 2nd destroyer. It is close enough to the base that it could cover that ground and reached the base. It's just that simple. But I don't really have a choice. I've got to try to take advantage of this positioning, and that's exactly what we're going to try and do. And, of course, the enemy destroyer has a perfect flank on me. I don't have smoke. This is a bad scenario. This is why you take smoke. If you're close to a target, you want to use smoke. If you're far away, you can rely on maneuverability to gain the advantage. I don't have that, so I'm going to take a lot of free damage. The Benson left the smoke. He's firing on me. Moskva is going to fire on me. Ooh, 3,400. That's not bad at all. And I'm going to just try and kill him at this point. Enemy Moskva, though, hits his shot. And I think the Benson also followed up. We died, okay? We were overextended. The team couldn't get back in time. It was just a bad play all around. Soviet destroyers don't work well when they have to deal with close targets. They would prefer to be 10 kilometers out, rely on their speed, their maneuverability, and their guns. The torpedo systems are, they're an afterthought. 8 kilometers isn't as bad as the 4 kilometers that you have to use up to, I think, stock tier 8? That's pretty bad. That's really bad. It's basically irrelevant unless you completely ambush a target, and that really doesn't happen anymore. There are so many tools to spot you. Radar, hydroacoustic, aircraft, your own eyes. It's important that you use your eyes. It really is, because it's going to tell you more than maybe even you realized. There's just so many tells. There really is so many tells. Now, we're dead, clearly. It doesn't look good for the team, obviously. The enemy is on our base, in smoke. The friendly Atago can't see anything, and he's firing blind into what he perceives as a threat from the smoke. And he might graze a target, but he's not going to kill a target this way. It's just really unfortunate the way it worked out. And I think the enemy has made a mistake. I don't think anyone can actually see the Atago until the Moskva gets a little bit close and he fires. That was a long time where they possibly could have killed him. But he might actually survive long enough to kill 1 or maybe 2 of these destroyers. The friendly sent torpedoes and... oh, that's embarrassing. I don't think you should ever die to torpedoes. If you have the chance to escape, I would really just move my ship. Especially point blank. You know what they want to do. They want to kill you, and they're going to do whatever they can to do that. But you know what? It worked for my team. We now have a ship advantage. We now have a point advantage. And I could not have predicted that at the beginning of the game. So I'm just here. I was, oh, game's over. Let's leave. Oh, just buckle up. This game is nowhere close to being over. It is going to go all the way. Now, this Burgundy got pretty lucky. Okay, my friendlies missed the critical citadel position with their AP, but he's angling. They're closer than probably they want to be. They're not as comfortable as they should be. He's getting away with playing it poorly, but he's trying to rush into the island to deny line of sight. It's not going to do anything, though. The Shimakaze actually gets the kill. And it continues to look really good. This friendly North Carolina hit a citadel, take the target out. I think he missed. I think he missed too low. It's always dangerous to go all in on a citadel, and the Moskva takes him out. The Moskva takes him out from the flank. So now we are at a disadvantage. And this Izumo, I just know the Izumo, he's going to make a mistake. He's going to miss the waterline. I mean, how could you miss this? He missed it. He hit the waterline. And now he's over-angling. The enemy Izumo has a chance to do exactly what this Izumo had. Shoot a broadside Izumo and penetrate him with massive citadels. He's not going to make a mistake here. Ooh, oh, too low? Oh, come on, guys. This is okay. There we go. That was a citadel. And it's not looking too good. We got 3 teammates left. And the enemy, all they have to do is run away. That's literally all they have to do, enemies. Run away. Don't do anything. It's okay to be a coward here. You're going to win if you're the coward. But we'll see. We'll see. Amagi is actually a pretty fast battleship. It's actually a battle cruiser, Notser. But for whatever reason, every so often I see him firing HE, I believe. Or was that another game? Either way, he's going after a Moskva that's angled, moving away. It's not an easy shot. It's going to be difficult. I would try to punish the 2 battleships that appear to be open to a flank. Now, they could probably see the Amagi. They could probably see the cruiser, the destroyer, whoever's firing their guns. I would just use the Moskva's spawning ability and fire over the islands. as if I was those two enemy battleships or the battleship and the cruiser. We don't really know what they're doing. They could be running away. They could be trying to manipulate the advantage, or they could be just, spinning in circles, playing the defensive game. Oh, we don't have to do anything. Just stay near the base. Sometimes the best thing you could do is just use the friendly spotting to your advantage. Even if it means you might risk the ship, the first strike is really important. Really important. Battleships can just one-shot the remaining health pool and take it into a stage of the game where you just can't come back. There's not enough ships left. But we still have a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance? Yes, there is a chance to win the game, Lloyd. And the one thing we need to do is take care of these guys, because that battleship was way too low. That Izumo should have been dead. The friendly Izumo tried too hard to hit the waterline shot. Get the Citadel. He didn't need that. Just hit the shells on the ship. If one Citadel's, great. It's sort of in between going for the Citadel and going for the typical anti-German battleship location, which is somewhere at the top of the hull where the superstructure meets the top of the hull. That is where you would fire to maximize the dispersion values. But that's not really what you want to do at point-blank range. You want to kill the target, and you don't really need to avoid the perfect... you have the chance, the Citadel. You don't really have that chance against the German. But don't aim too low. You don't want to just make sure that only the shells that hit the target will Citadel. Okay? Get a little bit above the waterline. Just a touch. Where the rust line is. That's a good place, right? Look at all the rust. Nobody takes care of these ships in this game for whatever reason. I don't know. Their commanding officers are probably just having a heart attack because, these are rusty pieces of junk. And this is the guy. He keeps firing HE. At least I think that's HE, right? It's got a yellow hue. A tint, maybe? Yes, it would be a tint, Notser. Shade would be darkening of it. So I don't know why the Amagi is firing so much HE. It could be because he's just a noob, Notser. That could be it. But please fire AP. The only reason as a battleship you would fire HE, in my opinion, right now, is if it's an angle battleship. AP has a chance. Now you're telling me it has a chance to do full damage, or 33% of the damage against a destroyer. That's why you fire AP at a destroyer. When they're angling, at some angles, the shell won't catch in the ship. That's why I do that. An AP is going to reward a higher damage than if the HE shell would hit the target. That's why people do that. Don't fire HE at cruisers. Just in their life. Okay? This Des Moines is playing exactly as he needs to. He's moving forward. The team has indeed taken this. And can he survive? I think we've won it. I think my team has done it enough. Just barely enough to win the game. And the Moskva, who's to say, should have been running for the hills. It's just the way it works out. If you have an advantage, you want to try and maintain that advantage as long as possible. If you're at a disadvantage, you have to make a play that close to the game. Tashkent feels okay. I want to play more of it. I hope this was enjoyable to see. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.